Hello everyone, welcome to Halfbeard's Hut's Heads Up. Today we are taking a look at the incredible adventures of Van Helsing Final Cut. Now we've looked at this series plenty in the past. It's been a fairly successful little series of kind of indie action RPGs in the Diablo style, and they've done something really cool with this, in that they've taken their 3 games that all, iterated on each other quite well, new mechanics, new classes, all this kind of stuff, and combined all 3 of those games into one game, with all the campaigns linking and all the new features rolled in and all sorts of crazy stuff like that, which I think is a really cool way of doing like a definitive edition. And I figured we'd jump in and take a look at exactly what's new in this redux, recombination, whatever you want to call it, of the Van Helsing series. I haven't touched this, I just installed it. Big install, like 30. It's a 34 gig install, and then even more if you're gonna use the high-res textures, which is like another 7 gigs on top of that. Expensive too. It's like $50 for this package, but if you do own all 3 games, you can get it for free. Just like head into the Steam forums for this version of the game, and you'll be able to go onto like their weird form and accept it in a way that gets you the game free. But if you don't own all 3, this is a good way to get into the series, from what I have heard. So let's jump in. Create a character. Make a dude. This is a big thing, obviously, is that in the original version of the first game, there was no classes. You played as Van Helsing. That was kind of it. Now we've got classes. Some of these were DLC for the first game. Some of them weren't. What we got here? Bounty Hunter. He's range combat skills. Elementalist is your magic guy. Phlogistoneer. Your science guy. I'm going to go with the Umbralist, who's your magic sword guy. Master of Shadows, who fights using a sophisticated hit-and-run tactics. As the bearer of the Arcane Twin Blades, he can fade into the ink, which is their weird, stupid dark world, and bend shadows to his will, conjuring malevolent spells or allies from the darkness to attack with an unrelenting combination of strikes. That sounds like my dude. I'm gonna go with him. Or play on normal. Yeah, you can still put on hardcore mode if you are of that persuasion. I'm not. And we'll give him a name. He's just gonna be Halfbeard. Halfbeard Van Helsing, because always Van Helsing is the last name. It's their whole thing. Yep. Katarina is still here. That's your ghost friend who does ghost stuff. We're just going to play single player. Adventure maps, I'm not quite sure what those are. And I know there's like a public event system that's now in this game where every once in a while certain stuff will pop up in the map that you can do. We're not going to see into those because I am playing offline. Because I was too lazy to set up a Neocore Games account. But when you play this, if you want to set up a Neocore Games account, you might be able to see those. It's just extra stuff. In a game packed with stuff. I've heard this is like 50 hours long, the campaigns all put together, so that sounds crazy.
The great monster slayer, my father.
Yes, I've seen this intro like a long time ago, a couple years now.
Set off on a journey with Lady Katarina, my remarkable companion.
We and our ghost friend go off to go do stuff in Eastern Europe, in nebulous region of Eastern Europe.
Occasionally events get out of control.
It's basically the plot of these games, and then it gets all crazy into like ridiculous vampire werewolf Civil War stuff in the later half. Like, I could not tell you what happened in Van Helsing Part 2, and I played only a little bit of Part 3. Stuff gets crazy.
To be a ghost. My father rescued
this first part's a little bit more like Castlevania-y, and then it just starts getting weird as it goes on. So I feel like adding them all together might be a good way to do it. It may give it a more natural progression.
She is a charming soul, but she also has a darker side. Good.
I might skip past this just because we have, not a new game, and also the load times in this, just like originally. This is something the original came out as well. Load times are long. They kind of suck, but whatever. I just didn't want to watch through that whole thing because I have seen it many times before. I'm curious if this has a real flat like switch from game to game when you get to those points in the story. If the whole thing kind of like with an audible clunk switches over in like graphics and gameplay. I doubt it. From the sounds of it, they've made a real effort to kind of blend all these together. Oh, load up. Keep loading. Yeah, it always takes a second to get into these. That's fine. That's fine. There we go.
Katarina, shouldn't you help me out with this?
Please.
And yeah, for those who are not aware, this is a friggin' Diablo clone, essentially.
Welcome folk around here.
You stomp around, you click around, you apply loot, all that kind of stuff. Go find some guys to kill. Specifically these guys. I don't think we have any cool spells or skills or anything like that right now, but that unlocks what we have. I remember this game has a lot of progression systems, which was one of the big things that kind of made it cool. Yeah, I don't have anything on my right button either. It's all just same stuff right now. That's fine. I'll level up quick enough. Katarina is doing her thing. She can heal you and collect loot and hold loot. She's basically like the dog from Torchlight, but given a few extra tricks and her own kind of leveling tree. I will say this does look somewhat better. It doesn't look, I wouldn't say it looks drastically better than the original version of this game. But, you know, it definitely looks a little better. I could not tell you if those high-res textures are really helping. Get in there a little bit. It looks okay. It looks pretty decent, I guess. Look at this guy. What has he got? Fucking nothing? Great. Let's go look at our inventory real quick. Also, let's see if we can turn on VSync, because it's a little streaky. Let's see now. Oh, that's why it's running on DirectX 3D on DirectX 9. Shouldn't be doing that. Should be running as high as possible. Whatever. That's fine. We'll leave it be. And I don't see VSync on there, so whatever. It'll be fine. It'll all be fine. Let's look at my inventory. I got these daggers. They look no better than my current daggers. Yeah. So I'm gonna give that to Katarina, and then she can equip that. I think she can just throw it out. Oh, that's interesting. She has a... I seem to remember you weren't able to give her a proper weapon before. Maybe now they've actually added on, like, weapons and armor for her. That's kind of neat. But yeah, she'll hold on to that, and then later on I can send her off to go flog it off at the store. And again, Torchlighty fashion. All classes benefit from fast regeneration when outside combat. That's neat. Get that off my screen while I kill these Dreadwolves. Yeah, I mean, it continues to be a solid enough adventure series. Kind of adventure RPG, action RPG, whatever ARPG is supposed to stand for. Getting some of the progression system. Remember, that's something this game had a lot of that was really interesting, is progression. What do we got here? Yeah, challenges. I don't remember what those are. Glory, that seems new as well, but there was like perks and skills. Here we are, perks, where later on you're getting these things. Which are, you know, standard passive perks. You're able to power up your character, drop in some points. Corporeal presence. These used to be like strength, mind, and something else, and I guess they've changed these over for each of the classes, so they're now things like Umbra Focus, and Blade Sorcery, and Corporeal Presence. Which, that's kind of dumb, but alright, fine. Give a couple points into... Yeah. Blade Sorcery and Corporeal Presence, why not? And go look at her skills. And this is kind of where you get the new stuff. And this is different, where before it was like a fat list. It seems they've kind of expanded out to be a large star now in order to kind of better show... Wow, it's a fucking sphere grid at this point. To better kind of, I guess, bring in all the stuff from all the games. Because I know they had different skill trees for same classes over the game. So, wow. Alright. There's stuff to do here. Good God. What do I want to learn? Splintering Strike, Stygian Storm, summons a swarm of angry souls at the target. Dealing damage within 3 meters, the swarm remains for 5 seconds and causes arcane damage. I'm gonna go with that. It heals me and it summons pets. And I love pets. They're my favorite. So I get 1 point there, and I can't afford to put another point into that, so grab something else. I grab one of these, modifiers, which I think this impacts the rage system. I think these are passive benefits here. Yeah, and then these are modifiers where what happens is, as you fight, you're building up this other bar that you can then spend like at one time, add this power up to that ability. So, you know, let's see, 50% damage, 3 shadow marks. I don't know what that is. Let's what do we got here? Each time the spell damages a target, you gain 1% of your mana max. That actually sounds kind of useful. That might be handy. Power up my mana. Go with that, sure. That's a thing. Close out of that, and then, yeah, now I've got that on my other thing. Alright, yeah, so this bar here, this is my rage bar. At any time what buttons do I press for this? It says D for power up. So now I can kind of add sets onto that, and then the next time I use that, it will do that normal attack plus this extra thing. The rage system was weird. I never ended up using it a ton, though I feel like I should have. Oh, that's a stationary thing too. I was kind of hoping it would stick around. Huh. That's a bummer. Grab this. And I'm out of mana. Oh no, that's got a charge. A lot of cooldown on that. Oh, I'm sure I can get rid of that later. But yeah, this kind of seems like what they promised. It looks like there's a lot more to the progression because they're basically adding in the character sheets from the past 3 games all into one. Like, the first game was, you only had the one class. You played as just Van Helsing, so that's probably not as present as the last 2 games, but they've then really done some work to put that skill system into these games, into this first game, and then I guess integrate everything from the 3rd game into the 2nd game. I don't know. I guess when you get to the stuff that's in the 3rd game, it kind of just plays as it would. Let's go kill that thing. Get back here! Treasure! What is this ball I'm building up on this guy's head? Oh, he threw his treasure, motherfucker!
What's the matter with him?
Oh.
He looked like he'd seen a ghost.
No.
We were just attacking him.
You started chasing him.
Oh, and there's these legendary dudes. Alright. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this. It continues on as... I mean, we've looked at this game before. This gameplay I've essentially shown in various forms. Do some stuff here. You drop point to umbral presence. And then corporeal presence or whatever. I got 3 points. Let's power up my basic attack, my Shadow Rend. And let's see. Phantasmal Aid. These are spells. Oh, is there anything else passive? Or it looks like they're all kind of attached. Oh, and I've still got auras. This is this other thing, too, where these are a passive benefits you can buy and then attach on. Huh. I guess I don't even know what I want to do with these. Let's see here. Let's add on, none of these are really all that good. Let's increase the shadow marks, just because I'm curious what the hell that is. And yeah, sure. Attach that on. I believe if I just press space, yeah. If you press space, it will max out your marks on both your things, so you'll just do the best possible attack the next time you do it. So it's just kind of like press space every once in a while when attacking guys. Oh, there's a lot of guys here, and I remember this game likes its hordes, and there are a lot of hordes in this game. Dudes all over the place. Oh, Katarina leveled up too. Yeah, she has her own stuff that can prove useful. Levels up her ability to heal you or like take damage for you, as well as just like her base abilities. Still don't know what the hell these shadow marks are or what they do. Grab this as well. Grab that gold. Let's level up her. See what that looks like. Behavior. Yeah, you can set appearance. That's interesting. Set which one of these she'll do. Will ghost form while in combat, providing you with damage reduction from all damage, but you can't fight. Will attack enemies at range, or will attack enemies in melee. I'm gonna go with melee. Actually, I'm gonna have her put her at range because I'm in melee. And you can pick her things here. Your companion will attack those who would do you harm. Have her assist. When I'm attacking stuff, in case of AoE spells, she will target the closest enemy you damaged. Or just, stay back. Try not to die. You can also have her pick up stuff, so like I can make it so that she automatically picks up gold and alchemical essences or whatever. That's fine. And then I'm gonna go over here. You can go away, tutorials. I don't need you. And I can power up her base stuff, her corpus, her kinesis, and her ethereality. What does this do exactly? How close your companion is to complete etherealness. It increases her resistance to all attacks and also increases the percentage of her increases the percentage of her chance-based skills. Ugh. I don't know why I'm having trouble reading that. Corpus. It's odd that there are different stats for solidity and ethereality and they don't cancel each other out. But whatever. Fine. I'm gonna just power up her melee attacks a little bit. And you know what? I'm gonna make it so she's equally there and not there, even though that makes absolutely no sense. She also should have a skill point, and yeah, stuff like this, where companion better attunes herself to magical enemies, increases my magic find, increases damage, so damage I receive goes to her instead. All this kind of stuff. Increases my damage, just like, it's all passive effects that power up you. Let's go with the magic find. Because magic stuff's always good. Let's also look at my inventory. I'm sure I've got some stuff here. Darkened chestplate or rare chestplate. Physical resistance 8. Physical resistance 6. Extra essence, rage, item defense, and elemental resistance. And physical resistance and damage reduction. I'm gonna go with this one. And then I'm gonna send this one and this one to Katarina, and one of these... Huh, she can't... She's got special armor now too. I remember in the past there were certain things she could equip that were like your things. You could give her, I think it was like your weapons and some of your armor, and she'd be able to equip it. I guess they've changed that over where she is now no longer able to equip your shit. That's curious. I don't know if I like that or not. Splitting up her items into a further class of, you know, equipment I've got to find and equip means the drops are even more varied. That said, as long as they're dropping stuff specifically for your class and not for all the classes, I guess it's not a big deal. That's always a bummer when a game will drop a ton of weapons for other classes when it's not balanced right.
Stop right there.
Easy, lad. We're friends here.
These guys are
I'll
bandits.
say that, but I won't let in any dangerous fiends on my watch. No, sir.
How
Voice acting maybe could still use just a touch. Just a touch of work. And again, I doubt they redid any of
teach you
this.
some manners.
I'm willing to bet the voice acting gets like progressively better as you play through it, because the games keep changing.
But you,
I'm not wearing that. Yeah, this is all completely taken from the first game. They didn't make any effort to like adjust it for the fact that I am now not wearing a Van Helsing hat. I'm wearing this weird stupid snake cowl.
are just a troublemaker.
Oh, you don't have to worry about my...
Alright, fine, whatever.
I keep him on a short leash.
Not at all confused by the fact that she is a ghost.
And your manservant too.
We'll talk about this later.
Fine.
The humor is still here a little bit. I mean, this was always a series that did had a little bit of a sense of humor, and it seems like that's still there. I didn't play as much of 3, so I really couldn't tell you how much 3 did that. But I remember I played through this whole first game, and I remember liking it. I remember liking it sufficiently enough. Again, load times. Oh hey, manservant, achievement, great, fantastic. Yeah, so what else is there kind of in this game? I know the tower defense minigame that they introduced in the first game and then really expanded upon in the later games, that's totally in here. I imagine they probably put a little bit more into it in the parts in the first game where it appears. I want to say there's more base building stuff, because that was always a big part of these games. And yeah, just like more loot. From what I know, they've really taken the time to blend in most of the gameplay stuff, the mechanics from the later games into these, you know, into the first 2 games, basically. So yeah, that's kind of that. We'll keep playing. Show some more stuff. Again, it looks decent. I will say maybe it looks a little bit better than the first game. I'd have to go back and look. It's been a while, but it doesn't look too bad.
Stranger.
The high-res texture pack hopefully is doing something.
Let's get to Borgova. The bridge has collapsed.
Then you need to talk to the village mayor, who knows the pathway through the forest.
Where
Convenient.
do I find him?
He went out to investigate a wagon.
All right, yeah, this quest rings a bell.
With some valuables.
It's never that...
Let's skip through this. So that just go. Let's just go. And there were lots of side quests and stuff like that too, though I doubt they're here right off the bat. You know, stuff to do in this game. Get my fast travel point. Get off of that. Get moving up here. That cow has 2 heads. Hidden content found. Yeah, I'm also confused. Let's level up myself up a little bit. Get my blade sorcery and my umbra focus up. Just keep it balanced, why not? And let's get an aura this time. What does this one do? Every attack heals you for a fixed amount. That sounds great. Give me that. And then these are passive things I can't use. And then we'll go over here and we'll grab this thing that makes my damage go up when I use that. So that way I can just press space. You can see it kind of spreads it out, and I believe... Yeah, so this... I can set this combo thing where I can choose what the combo is when I press space. So I can make it so that it's 3 of these and none of this. I'm gonna do that because I still don't know what shadow marks are. And leave it like that. And that says there's another quest right here. Oh, I guess it's in the church. I'm not gonna do that. Just gonna go over here. Gonna go out to the woods, to the Croakwood. Go fight some stuff. So yeah, they've definitely blended in the other content. I'm curious to see how this kind of plays now that there are multiple classes populating it. I'd be curious to see if they've balanced any of the combat encounters for that, to account for the fact that there are now different classes with very different feels from that original base Van Helsing class that you played as in the first game, where you had kind of light melee and ranged ability and weren't too beefy. Like, it was very much a middle-of-the-road class, but you didn't really have too much specialization. So I'd be curious to see what they did with that power-up systems. General, yeah, I've been explaining that to people. Thank you, though. That guy's dead. Fantastic. Yeah, there's also other skills you're getting. You can put in the hotbar there. Go kill these werewolves and these regular wolves. Man, her range is freaking powerful. Not complaining about that. Very handy. Let's go find that mare. Let's go fight these virulent champions. And then go find that mare. Grab all that stuff. Do I have any potions? I think I have a couple, but not many. Oh, where are we going? We're going over here. Oh, right. The Tin Man soldiers. Because the whole kind of underlying plot of these games is that there is a war between, like, old-fashioned Eastern European monsters and mad science going on. So basically, your Frankensteins versus your Draculas.
Let me see.
Which is kind of a cool idea.
Was attacked by the
And you end up taking the side of the monsters
No.
at the end,
The
which
distribution of
would be a
weapons
spoiler
is
if
wrong.
you know,
They just rush
the
in
end
and
of this
out.
game was not
Say
several years old.
distribution.
And then it ends up kind of being your fight against the evil mad scientist. And then I don't know where it goes in 2 or 3.
As you should be.
Further,
Right.
I
Let's go
imagine.
Find us a werewolf lair.
Alright, I'm gonna go attack these crates while she fights the monsters for me. Let's go see if we can find... I don't remember there being a cool sub-boss around here. Maybe we'll go fight that. I'll die because we're nowhere near strong enough to fight it, but, well, let's go do that. Just as a thing to show. I believe that will also allow me to show the otherworldness, the ink, which is kind of the underlying, like... It is the glue, the story glue here. It is this game's Atom, where all the magic stuff happens because there is a big, crazy, super magic world called the Ink that all the monsters are able to travel between and that the scientists use to do evil stuff. They harness it to make electricity, basically, as well as monsters and summon out demons or whatever. I don't know. Oh, I guess it's not this way. It's around here somewhere. And that's kind of where all the truly dangerous, scary things in the world come from, is that ink. It's telling me the quest is here. I'm just not getting to it for some reason. Or that there is a quest here, and I'm just not able to travel through these trees. Have to go up the other side. Oh, well. Maybe if I go around the top here. I know it's at the far, like the back right corner of the map. In fact, no, this might be it.
Scarecrows.
Yeah.
I wish I could make a joke about your childish worries, but the werewolves seem to agree with you. See how they avoid the scarecrow.
I can see that. It's because the Scarecrow is an extra crazy sub-boss thing. So, makes sense. Let's go look at it. Ominous Scarecrow. It's even got a spooky name. And as you can see, like, boom. I don't get a cool animation or nothing. It's just like, no. You go to Spooky Dark Place now. Go to the Ink Walk. Which I guess, I will say I kind of like the idea of calling it the Ink, because this is all taking, you know, taking inspiration from classic literature. You know, you're again, your Draculas, your Frankensteins. So it's the ink that connects them. It's a clever idea, assuming that's what they were going for, and they weren't just like, wow, ink would be a cool name for our big crazy stupid thing. See, bosses get a name, they get all sorts of, they get their special UI. Remember him being harder.
One last childhood trauma to
Then again, I'm willing to bet that some of the balance is that a lot of this stuff has been made easier to account for the fact that you were going to be doing a lot more later on. They've kind of probably balanced the difficulty over the whole thing, because it can't ever get really hard and then become super easy again. Like, a third of the way through the story. That would make no freaking sense. So, clearly they've changed it up a little bit. That's some of that balance, so that's good to know. I could click on that, but I'm gonna keep clicking on other stuff, and then I'll level up a little bit. I think I just earned a perk, so go grab one of those. And these, you'll get more of these perks. Oh, I unlocked a new one. So you get more of these perks as you keep playing the game from doing specific things, getting specific achievements, finishing certain sub-quests. You'll get more possible perks that you can buy, which I think is a really cool idea. Again, they did a lot of great stuff with the progression in this game, and it's clear they've kind of, again, they've massaged that into this version as well. What do I have? I got 4 points. That's plenty. I can do all sorts of good stuff with that. I can power up my main attack, and I can power up my sub-attack, and I can leave that at that, and I can power up my body. I'm gonna power up my umbral focus, and my blade. I'm just gonna power up it all, because I have enough points, and I'm also gonna power up her. Give her some kinesis, and a little bit more kinesis. And what else? Magic find. I need to power up her base level in order to get that. And we'll power up the defense she gives me. She now provides me a little bit of a shield. That's always handy. Alright, moving on. Back to the Croakwood. And the load screen. A lot of loads still. I would have hoped that they had maybe done something to curtail some of this stuff. Maybe gone back. And not necessarily optimize, but whatever they would need to do to the engine to try to cut down on some of these loads, that they would have done that. But that's still an issue with this game, unfortunately. Oh well. I will say it looks like they've changed up some of the enemy designs. Like, I remember those dudes we were fighting earlier. I want to say they looked different in the original version of this game, like in the Van Helsing Adventures 1, or whatever the hell it was called. The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, the very first one. They were more traditional looking, and they didn't have, like, big crazy glowing magic hammers and stuff. So, that's something. I should probably go help Katarina, who's getting murdered by multiple boss characters. I don't know if the guy she kills gives me XP. I have to assume it does.
That doesn't look like an ordinary gold
Hidden
coin.
content found.
Keep that in mind when you need something extraordinary.
It's a quest item. A relic of legendary past. When heroes and demigods walk Morgova and wonders were real. We are currently fighting werewolves. What do you want that wonders aren't real? Also boots. Different kinds of boots. These ones give me really good defense. These are both rare. This one gives me way more defense. A bunch of resistance, mana, elemental resistance. Yeah, we'll go with that one. And then, nope. She can take these ones, because I don't need them. I don't know. Keep moving a little bit. Go fight more werewolves. Maybe go find the boss real quick. Go find the boss that captured the mayor that we weren't paying attention to. Because he's not too far. We fight the varying enemy classes. Definitely a nice variety of enemy types in this game. Like, you know, we're fighting Lesovics, we're fighting werewolves, we're fighting harpies, we're fighting robot men. All sorts of cool stuff. These guys go down quick because they are entry-level foot soldiers. Yeah, I got a new class-specific weapon, a Mobius harness. Gives me fire damage. That's neat. Yeah. Leather gloves. Alright. Get off of that. Oh. She's leveled up again. I don't care to do the stuff to level her up right now. I'm lazy. I believe the boss thing is over there. There's a wolf cave we gotta go into that will find us the stuff we need. Oh, yeah, I'm just straight doing fire damage, too. Like, guys are lighting on fire and stuff. That's always handy. I like when elemental damage is represented visually. It means a lot. It's not just number. Alright, my cooldown's still going. Alright, let's level up real quick. I don't remember when you get perk points. Oh, I see. As you complete quests, you're getting perk points. There's a reputation thing over there. Well, I am gonna die. Q is your healing button. Just auto uses a potion of whatever type. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna die. Let's run. Nope, not running. Yeah, and this was the thing where you could either respawn back in town for free at the nearest checkpoint for a certain amount, or just right where you are for a certain amount of money. Well, respawn back in town, because I don't want to play too much more of this game anyways. Maybe we'll go show a store real quick or something. I don't know. But that's basically The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing. Any of them, take your pick, because this is all the games in one. As for how this particular package stands up, I mean, realistically, if you already got all the games, you don't need to play this, but On the other hand, if you already have all the games, I don't know if you need the DLC. I think it's just the games. You get this for free anyways. Again, go to their Steam page. Specifically in the discussions, there's a link to it. Fill out a little form. You get this game for free. Fantastic. You might as well play it. It's a lot of hard drive space, but assuming you've got 30, 40 gigs lying around, fuck it. Might as well, right? If you haven't played any of the games or only played the first, this seems like a fairly decent purchase, like a fairly decent way to get into it. $50 is maybe a tad steep if you don't care too much, but even so,
What is that?
probably worth checking out. This is a good adventure game, good kind of adventure RPG, ARPG series. If you like your Diablos and whatnot, this is definitely worth playing. And if you have not played the other games, this is definitely the way to play it. So there you go. It definitely blends in everything quite well. Is it a complete a revolution in the way the first game, the way any of the games have played? No, not really. It's still more of the same. But they combined it. They've done some cool stuff with it. If you haven't played it before, go check it out. Let's go talk to this blacksmith real quick. I'll sell some crap. Go to the store and sell my crap. And yeah, buy some stuff. There's upgrade systems. There's combination systems. There's fusing systems. There's mechanics beyond mechanics in these games that I could go to time to show off, but I'm not going to. And that's kind of how this game works. That is the Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing Final Cut. It's available now on Steam. $50. Go check it out if you so feel you should. And again, if you already have them all, just go check it out anyways because you have it for free. So as always, I've been Halfbeard, and we're out of here. Later, guys.